I was gonna ask, like, if your stream has been affected by the kids' presence.
So is the context
their language and jokes affected
it's
by what they can overhear?
It's context. We make sure to contextualize it. So if I was a stand-up comedian, if I was hitting the road and say I got a DVD special with Comcast or with Comedy Central,
I love that that's a specific example.
Right. Well, I mean, okay, when I was young,
That's my dream.
30 some odd years ago, that was the measure of success. Now it's like, do you have a Netflix special? But like, let's say I was pushing out a YouTube channel and had my stand-up on it and it was readily accessible to kids or anyone who got on the internet. I'd have to defend that. And that used to be the reason that I said I'd never go into comedy, was that I didn't want to do jokes about like, oh, well, my mother-in-law really got on my case because my mother-in-law could see that. And then I'd have to defend that at family dinners. But also
in person,
I was never making any money off of the idea of like being funny around people. But now with Twitch, like it pays the bills. And I feel that sort of, it's like Mav said, I don't want to get up there and sort of just half-ass shots at the goal. Yeah. And so when I come in here, I really am, when I open up and I tell a story, I tell it all out. And I open up and share it all, and I share what I was feeling. And sometimes it's not complimentary to the kids, and sometimes it's not complimentary to my wife, and it's never complimentary to me. Like it's all my insecurities laid bare like a live wire. Yeah, and I don't know. I hope it doesn't come back to bite me, but the kids have heard a lot of choice language, and I tell them, listen, Daddy's performing. I'm performing for adults. We've all chosen to be okay about this language. It's all just words. You don't hear me talk like that out here.
It's a daddy word, mommy word.
Yeah, so
I always say that's a mommy word. What are you doing?
So apparently, my youngest at a playground pulled out like some Pokemon stuff and was talking to another like 6-year-old, and they were my wife and another parent were standing off to the side, and he was telling them the rules of Pokemon, and they were going back and forth and talking, and the parents started to converse, and then out of nowhere you hear my youngest son go, "Man, you killed the shit out of that." And my wife just went, "What?" And like pivoted, and she starts explaining and apologizing, and she pulls out my business cards, like my husband's on Twitch.
This is his fault. Please go harass him.
Right. It was like, yeah, all of your contact information goes through this email. And what's funny is that like, other people who don't do this are not immune to it. And the lady who fielded that said, "Don't worry about it. We have in my family what we call mommy's driving words." And apparently this mom was just a foul mouth in traffic. And so she's like, no, those are mommy's driving words. It's like, oh, well, these are video game words. Got it. Okay.
I think people are really hard on themselves too, especially parents, because like we don't want to F it up, and
it's a clean
10
template.
out of 10, you're gonna F it up.
It's this clean slate that you get handed, and you're just gonna imprint your own messed up crap all over it, and you're just you don't wanna, you wanna Mary Poppins the hell out of it, and you're not gonna.
And I think it's good that you don't. I mean, the things that I've learned the most is when I'm doing the worst, like that's when you learn. When you fail, you learn. And you fail a lot when you're a parent. You fail a lot when you're not a parent. Oh my God. So just add the multiplier.
Yeah, add someone being willed into existence.
It's really nerve-wracking when you go from being a certain way on stream to being more vulnerable. Like, I think that's a new thing that sort of changed since the beginning of streaming, is people are more vulnerable and more personable. And, maybe you're not for everybody. Because for me, I had to go from being everyone's favorite to like very niche, because I didn't want to be everybody's favorite. I didn't want to be everyone's like girl next door, funny girl. Like, oh, she doesn't rock the boat. Like now I'm rocking the boat. Now I'm as big as a boat. And we even had a baby shower on stream. Like, I don't know if it gets more personal than that. We shared the gender on stream. We've shared so many things on stream. I can't tell you how many times I've cried on stream, just being so nervous. And they're just like, "What are you worried about? Like, we've been here with you since you didn't even know how to talk into a mic. Like, what are you doing?" I mean, I have an older audience as well, so I'm very lucky. I attracted the audience that I hoped to attract. But yeah, to be able to share and I mean, it even goes to the first time I tried to go to the first ever TwitchCon. Like, I was like, all right, guys, I want to go to TwitchCon, and I wasn't partnered, and we made $4,000 in an hour. Like, sometimes you just can't put reason and logic behind it, but you got to take a chance. And I took a chance with, oh my God, my announcement for being pregnant, because I was like, my career is over. And they're like, what do you mean? This is amazing. They're like, what are you talking about? And when I announced it, I was a mess. And they're just like, what do you mean? You're just going to be a little rounder right now. There's going to be another one of you. This is fantastic, Mav. What are you talking about? So I'm lucky to have such a great community, but it takes work to
for sure.
to grow one. You know, it takes time to create the just like the relationships. It takes time for people to trust you. It takes time to kind of go on that journey together, and it makes it easier, because now, like, for you too, Taffy, like now you share a little bit more of your family, because it's a big family, you know?
Yeah.
And so that's sort of like how I've kind of pivoted being pregnant and streaming, because one, I can't stream that often anymore right now. And yeah, this has been the worst year numbers wise in terms of like subscriptions, but I don't know, like, we've had every stream that I've had this month, we've had over 200 new subs, and I didn't gift any of them, you know, for each stream. And they're like 2 hours long. And you're just like, how? How is this still happening? Because I was the same way. I was like, I'm hanging it up. Like, I'm out. Like, I'm about to just turn into like an alien and just be split in half. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. But there's something super special about sharing this, and it's going to come up a lot. Like, there's going to be a lot of people. Like, I've been talking to Twitch, and they've been trying to help streamers be able to take time off and to support them. And they've been amazing with me. They've been, oh my God, I've tried different platforms of streaming. I've streamed on Mixer, I've streamed on Facebook, and Twitch has been the best. And they've been my friends, and they've kind of like mentored me, and they've sort of been like, no, like, keep doing it, like, keep doing you. We got your back. And so that's been really cool to sort of feel. And I can't wait to have this baby to sort of share everything that's been going on, because I've been doing a lot of documenting, a lot of just like writing everything down, sort of keeping it all together. And then once I have my baby and I have that time, seeing like what I'm going to share, and like what I want to do with Twitch, and like how can we make this like super helpful and not weird and not out of the blue, because everyone has a mom. Like, you know, like everybody has a mom. And so how do we make it normal? Like, how do we normalize this? Because it's going to happen a lot. Everyone's growing up. I can't tell you how many creators DM me when I announced I was pregnant, and they were like,
yeah,
how did you do it? Because like, yeah, so